What's up, everybody? Welcome to Comics and Crypto, your source for everything collectible. What's up, Spencer?
What's going on, Sean? How you doing, buddy?
Dude, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Excited for this drop tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of great comics. This is a indie comic collection. Drop is Fanable. We're gonna go over the details of the drop itself, and we're also gonna go over some of our bounties as well. Yeah, we have some really cool bounties that we have posted over the past few days. So we'll go over those first, then we'll dive deep into the Fanable drop happening tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST or 11 a.m. PST, depending on where you are. Also, yeah. All right, we'll start with the bounty. This one is from a few weeks ago. This is a bounty that we posted for Avengers 43, the first appearance of Red Guardian. And Red Guardian is a really important character and former Thunderbolts, now New Avengers. Spoiler alert. What's that?
New Avengers.
New Avengers. Yeah. Did I say New Avengers? I thought I said New Avengers.
I think you said now into the Avengers. Maybe you said New Avengers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just clarifying. New Avengers.
New Avengers. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a really cool comic. We are hoping that it gets minted, regardless if we end up claiming the bounty before the end of the month, which all the comics in store will be burned. Over half of them have been minted so far, so I feel pretty confident that it eventually will get minted, and we hope that it does. Regardless if we claim the bounty or not, we hope it doesn't get burned and lost in existence forever. So we might have to do a little bump on this one, Spencer.
Yeah. Well, let's think about that. Yeah, David Harbour is my favorite character in the movie. So for Red Guardian, so I'm pretty stoked to hopefully be able to own this one. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about bumping this one up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And then next up we have Din Djarin, 2019. The 2019 mint for Grogu was minted, and we actually somebody commented that we got tagged. We reached out to the actual collector who minted the Grogu 2019, and they weren't interested in selling it.
Nope.
Yeah, we tried. Other people reached out too, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out. He was just not keen on keeping it. In fact, he went on the VV app, the feed, and said,
"Don't even contact me.
You're not going to take offers, homie? Come on."
Yeah. Hey, it's a personal grow for him. That's pretty cool.
Amazing.
I mean, especially seeing the climb in value, of the Grogu secret rare on the app. It's been cool to see just how popular the character is. So yeah.
I would say that sounds like it was a perfect mint size for that character, and people it's over it. I'm sure whales are stacking that collectible for sure. So yeah, it's very cool. But the 2019 for Din Djarin is still available. Remember, it's a rare because the secret rares have less than 1,000 editions. So if you are able to obtain this mint, contact us before the deadline, which we haven't posted yet, but we will be posting it probably in the near future.
Yeah, this one still has not been minted yet, right?
To my knowledge, it has not, but always check stacker.world to see if it has been minted. It's very important. Got to always check stacker.world, guys, if you're going for the bounty. Next up, we have, really excited for this one. This one is Mandalorian #1. Yeah, this is a very cool comic. Came out 3 years ago. I remember when this came out during the pandemic. This is the first appearance of Din Djarin in a comic book, but not Grogu. We've seen Grogu appear in a comic before that, and this is his first appearance. This is a very popular comic, sold hundreds of thousands of copies.
Yeah,
so we'd be really excited to own this one in our collection. We have a $2,022 bounty for this comic, and it drops on Friday.
It's Friday or Saturday? It's Friday.
Friday at 8 a.m. PST. Yeah, so best of luck, everyone. Yeah, this is really cool too, because if you get this comic, you can mint the frame with the identical number for 5 more gems. So you get an additional collectible and additional set for 5 more gems. So something to keep in mind before you go flooring it in the secondary market. You definitely want to mint that out before.
Yeah, super cool. Also, if I very, very much doubt that anybody watching us right now doesn't already have a VV account, but just in case you don't, this is basically a zero risk opportunity to go for our bounty here. You get $10 free if you sign up using our affiliate code link by scanning that QR code right there, going to the link in our bio or down below in the whatever the description. $10 free. The comic's $10. So yeah, it's basically a zero risk opportunity to potentially get a $2,000 bounty. So yeah, in case anybody out there doesn't have a VV account, which I seriously doubt, but the opportunity.
Yeah, and if you have friends and family that haven't gone for it yet,
yeah, if you have any friends and family, that's actually a really good point, Sean. Yeah, if you have any friends and family who don't have an account and you'd like to get them on VV and give them the opportunity to go for this, we would appreciate it if you could share our link with them to help support our show. And yeah, that'd be awesome.
And on top of that, guess what? This comic costs $10, so they basically get a free comic if they sign up for an account. So if you got friends and family that don't have an account yet, sign them up. Sign them up. Make sure to use our affiliate link. We appreciate you guys.
Is this, Sean? Can you confirm this? Crafting is free, not 5 gems.
Really? I thought I read that it was 5 gems.
No. Well, if it's free, even better.
That's right.
Let's hope that's the case. Thanks for pointing that out.
And I thought I read that it was 5 gems.
I don't know.
Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
I never confirmed. And real quick, I wanted to shout out Lil Ren's 50 into the 77 Secret Armando. Go for that 2019 rare. Yeah. We'll buy it off you.
Yeah, if you're interested in selling it, we're happy to buy it from you. And then, of course, what's up?
What's going on?
And then, of course, we just announced this one, I believe today, the Trooper helmets. The Trooper helmets are dropping the next day on Saturday at 8 a.m. PST, and we have 2 bounties out. There's I think 5 in the collection, I believe, but for the Stormtrooper helmet and for the Night Trooper helmet, which is the secret rare. So for a common and secret rare, we have the same bounty price for $1,977 gems. So if you're interested, we'd love to buy it from you. If you want to keep it, that's okay too. There's no wrong answer. But we actually might have another surprise bounty out tomorrow as well that we're going to announce. So definitely keep your eyes and ears out for that one for sure. That's gonna be.
We put out a lot of bounties for these Star Wars collectibles, and nobody saw them to us. Yeah. So putting out more.
Yeah, we haven't gotten anything yet from the Star Wars stuff. Yeah, because there's only been one Stormtrooper minted, and then I think they kept it or sold to somebody else. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's not us.
Yeah. Either way, this is fun. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST, 11 a.m. PST, we are getting the Indie Legends curated drop by Fanable. This is really, really exciting. And also, of course, we want to give a big shout to Fanable for sponsoring this video and our content channel. Big shout out to Fanable. Love everything about Fanable. They're fantastic. If you haven't signed up yet, make sure to do so. And you get a chance to get some really cool comics that are stored in the Brinks vault, and you have access to them at all times. It's really exciting. So let's dive into the drop. So we've had multiple drops so far, and here's the Indie collection right there. Very cool. So, God, first off, the case is fantastic. They are just continuing to crush the cases. They look so cool.
Love the TMNT theme.
So there's 100 mystery cases, and there's 75 gems each. Remember, there's always a 90% buyback offer from Fanable. If you get a comic, they'll offer you an immediate buyback offer for 90% of the fair market value of the comic itself. For this specific drop, if your comic is valued under $30, they'll still give you a minimum buyback offer of $30, guaranteed for 7 days. So any buyback offer that they offer during the drop will be for 7 days total. Yeah. So you have some time to think about it if you decide you want to sell. Remember, there's one comic per mystery case. And here's some. We'll start at the bottom, actually.
Yeah, well, I see real quick though, they made a bit of a change on this one. They listened to the community. People were, I guess, a little upset about the minimum or the maximum purchase limits, and the drops not being as fair for everyone. So they actually made it a 1 limit per person. Or one mystery case limit per person for the first 10 minutes, just to make sure that there's a better chance for everyone. And then if it doesn't sell out within that first 10 minutes, then you can go back and buy more.
That's really cool. I love that. I love that idea. So for the first 10 minutes, they make sure everybody has a chance to get one. So if you do want one, strongly recommend going for the first 10 minutes, because after that, they're just going to sell out quick.
Yep.
But everyone should have an opportunity to get one, at least at this point in time. Potentially, at least more people will have an opportunity to get one. Yeah,
I still think it'll probably sell within the first 10 minutes.
I think so too. But it's still limited. There's only 300 of them. So to your point, yeah, I agree. But there's so many really cool comics that these are all from indie labels. I mean, look, you got a Sonic the Hedgehog right here. That's very cool. Mortal Kombat. That's awesome. Bone. This is a very cool series. I don't know if you'll know about the Bone series, but this came out in the 90s. And the first issue, actually, the first printing of the first issue does very, very well. It sells for thousands of dollars. Yeah, it's a 98. It sells for a lot of money.
Yeah, shout out to Metaverse Life. This is that's his favorite series, favorite comic.
Yeah, his favorite. Terminator. Yeah, the Rocketeer. This is a personal favorite. I have a screener tape of the back of the Rocketeer. One of my personal favorite films. I believe it's one of the most underrated Disney films of all time, live action at least. It's a very, very cool story. If you haven't seen the Rocketeer on Disney, definitely check it out. It's on Disney Plus. Cowboy Bebop.
Cool. Yeah, that's probably one of the more popular animes out there. Definitely. One of my favorite animes, personally. I think the music of that is just incredible.
Kind of jazz. That's it's so
jazz.
You got Scorched and Spawn, Back to the Future. Very cool. These comics are from 2000. This one's from 2015.
I've seen this before. That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
You didn't release that one?
This was released in 2015. So this
do you know what publisher to those?
I think IDW. I believe it's IDW. So this came out in 2015 at 30th. I'm presuming the 30th or 40th. Oh my gosh, 40th? Yeah, no, 30th. Oh no, so 2015 is when the year they go into the future in the second film. Yeah, there it is. There's the answer.
Okay.
Got wrap my head around that one for a minute. Is it the Back to the Future comic? Yeah, IDW. There we go. Came out in 2019. The Voltron. Witchblade. I don't know much about Witchblade. That's cool. 300. And that's signed by, that's signed by, is this signed by Frank Miller? Yeah, it is. Wow, that's awesome. That's cool.
Did Frank Miller do this cover?
Oh yeah, Frank Miller did 300, the original comic for that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah. How cool is that?
That's super
cool.
Frank
Miller, man. His signatures are so expensive. I mean, just so you guys know, just the signature alone usually is around $300. Mm-hmm. So in terms of pricing, just get an idea. That's what I mean. His signature should be worth at least that. Yeah. Just the value of this comic is. The Boys. There you go. Very cool. Yeah, looks like a first print of The Boys. Very popular show. That is a really cool show. Max. This is one that I actually grew up with.
Oh, really? I don't know this one.
Yeah, it's one of the first. I remember reading this comic in we had a little two-story playhouse in our backyard. Yeah, I remember reading these Max comics back there. Man, I still see it, man. That's awesome. That's really cool. Tomb Raider, Masters of the Universe, Berserker.
Berserker, cool.
We're a huge Boom fan. So Killing the Children and House of Slaughter. Berserker is a indie comic book, one of the highest selling comic books of all time, definitely from Boom, and it's co-created by Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Netflix actually acquired the rights to almost all of Boom's content, and they are going to create a live action film of Berserker eventually. I don't know when, and also an anime. It's both starring Keanu Reeves, which is super cool. Very personal for him.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead, that's great. Hellboy, one of our favorite films. Danger Girl, I haven't heard that one. That's cool.
No, signed. I don't know that one either.
Walking Dead,
of course, nice.
Series. One of the considered one of the greatest series of all time. Nice. This is like a facsimile, or it's a facsimile of The Walking Dead. The first. This is an homage to the first cover.
Yeah, the first issue sells for quite a bit.
It sells for a lot.
Yeah.
This Something is Killing the Children, also from Boom. Big fan of this series. They're finally starting to come together with a show for this series. This is the 8th printing of the first print.
I think I had this one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. When they released this one during the pandemic, we definitely went out and bought a few.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we went to shops and we were buying up all the later prints.
Yeah. This is a really cool cover. Yeah, nice. Another Something's Killing the Children. This is the issue 17. It's also signed by James Tynion.
Yeah,
who's the creator. I call him as call him the Stephen King of the comic book era. Books. Yeah, he's incredible.
all the cool horror books recently. Yeah,
he's incredible. Oh, that's amazing. Pit.
Nice. I think I have that book. I have that book Raw, Pit number 1.
Yeah, that's awesome. Also signed by Frank Miller. That's so sick. Wow.
Batman, nice.
Batman Spawn again. These covers are so cool. A lot of Spawn issues here. Wow, that's awesome.
Hey, I mean that's one of the kings of indie, so it makes sense.
This is really cool. So this is Gunslinger Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
It came out, I believe, during the pandemic. 2020. So what's really cool about this, I actually had a chance to go to an in-person event for Oddkey. Remember, Spencer? You told me about the Oddkey event.
Yeah.
I went to it in person, and Todd actually signed the first issue ever of Gunslinger and did a raffle and gave it to this kid.
That's so cool.
He wrote on there first signature on.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool to witness that. That was pretty rad. That kid was glowing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool. That's cool. Popeye homage to
Homage cover. That's cool.
Yeah, The Simpsons. Love that. Oh, it's signed by one of the artists.
Nice. A little remark on it.
That's very cool. G.I. Joe, Transformers. Very cool. Power Rangers. Oh, all that. I love these covers.
Yeah.
Those are great. They're so fun.
Old blister pack. That's super
Yeah. Yeah. Turtles and Power Rangers. That's always a fun team up. And TMNT. Here we go.
Yeah. Love the Turtles books.
That's awesome. Yeah. Tales of Teenage Mutant Turtles #2. Gosh, I love that cover. That is so cool. These are especially cool. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #2.
Yeah.
This is signed by Kevin Eastman. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first issue is actually the first appearance of King and Bebop and Rocksteady in a comics. And it's also the first time that we actually see the Turtles in color.
Mm-hmm.
Was in the first issue of this series, so that's pretty fun. Yeah, more Turtles books. These are great. This is awesome. Huge Turtle fans. We love the Turtles.
Was that one signed by Kevin Eastman too? The signature one.
Yes, signed and sketch.
Cool.
Signed and sketched by Eastman. Yeah,
I know it's got the gold sketch on it with the gold pen. Yeah, it looks really nice.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, more Turtle books. Last Ronin. Love the Last Ronin. If you guys haven't read the Last Ronin, please do so. Do yourself a favor and get a copy of that first 5 issues. They're fantastic. It's a first time
too.
Yeah, 99. Yeah. This I think this one is the Easter egg. So if you get this copy, they're gonna give you a buyback offer of $500.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah. So very cool. Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, the original co-creators of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They worked together for years, then they decided to go their separate ways, and they came back after 20 plus years to work on this, along with Tom Waltz. So a big shout out to Tom Waltz. Great guy. He's been on our channel before.
Yeah.
Tom is such a great guy. Tom lives out in San Diego with Kevin Eastman. They both live in the San Diego area. Both are fantastic guys. We had a chance to meet Kevin Eastman as well multiple times at Comic-Con, getting VHS tape signed and stuff.
So. And it's funny he recognizes us because we bring him to VHS tapes to sign.
Hey, VHS guys are back.
Yeah. Wait, I signed these before.
Yeah. One time we had 25 VHS tapes. It was crazy. Yeah, it was wild. Oh, that's awesome. So this is the Last Ronin. Issue #5 is 9.8. This is a great comic. Very, very good. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, cool. More Last Ronin issues. That's awesome. The Lost Years. This is continuation after the first 5 issues.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah, this is a great cover too. This is a cool variant cover. Some more Bone, some more Turtles. I haven't seen this one before. That's cool.
Which issue is this?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, and there's no edition number. So this could have likely been a one-off.
One-off for the movie. Yeah, I think I've seen that one before. That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Lots of Eastman sign stuff. Oh, here we go. This is awesome. Big shout to Boss Logic. We had Boss Logic on the channel recently. And actually, this might be a good plug-in for our giveaway. We'll come back to this in a moment. Calling all Lord of the Rings fans. We're collaborating with Boss Logic to give away the sealed VHS copy of The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, signed by Elijah Wood himself. We have this VHS tape personally signed by Elijah Wood at LA Comic-Con, and it also comes with JSA certification. The item will be shipped worldwide to one lucky winner. Go to our Twitter or Instagram account now to enter. Don't miss your chance to make this collectible your precious. Yeah,
we're going to be closing that one out very soon. So if you've not entered, make sure to go both to our Instagram and to our Twitter account to sign up on both. You get double the entries if you sign up on both.
100%. Yeah, and Boss Logic created this cover.
I think he said this is actually one of his first covers that he ever did, right?
I think so. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
especially the Turtles. I'm not sure if it's first cover ever, but it's definitely a very early cover for him. But yeah, it was fun. I was messaging him about it. He said, "Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I was on Fanable. That's so cool." But yeah, yeah, that's great. He's excited for the company there. That's really cool. Some more Turtle books. This is issue number 9, issue 8. See, even back then, you start to see even the Turtles. They didn't differentiate yet. They still all had the same color. So they all had the red bandanas. And the original comic was in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they didn't really think about the colors back then.
There we go, ThunderCats.
ThunderCats, yeah.
That was Jim Lee's original book, right?
What do you mean?
Wasn't ThunderCats? Wasn't that Jim Lee's original series?
I'm not sure.
I think it was.
Sure, good trivia question. That's cool. Comic Book Day of the original covers, the original cover of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, signed by Eastman. Very cool. Some Transformers. This one's awesome because I believe this is the actual first issue of the Transformers. This one definitely sells up for a premium at night as 9.8. This is a very popular comic right here. Some more Simpsons. Love the sketch of Comic Book Guy.
Yeah.
It's so cool. That's great. Walking Dead. Invincible. Invincible is one of the coolest series you'll ever read or the show you'll ever watch. That is a really impressive show.
Yes. Also one of the most gory cartoons I've ever seen.
Oh, by far. It is nuts. Yeah.
Insane.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We have the Spawn issue. Oh, that's awesome. So homage to Street Fighter. That's really cool. G.I. Joe, Transformers.
Go back to the Transformers cover. That was a really cool cover.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one a lot. Who's that signed by?
Can't see the artist. It's hard. I can't.
If you hit Command plus on your computer, you can zoom in. You hit it a bunch of times. Just Command plus. No, I don't know why. Oh, my computer's doing it. Maybe it's just because you're already presenting.
It works on my end, but it doesn't look like it's working on your end.
Yeah.
Okay. Figure it out, guys.
Oh, good.
Morty. We got Bartman. This is cool. This is an homage to Amazing Spider-Man 50. It's a great cover. That's the one with the first appearance of Kingpin. Super Mario Bros. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I think this is the comic, but the original guidebooks are selling for crazy.
Yeah, books are crazy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. A good friend of ours, Brian, big shout out to Brian. He was talking about those for a while, like before the pandemic, and he was speculating on those for sure. And then sure enough, they took off. So big shout out to Brian. He crushed that. Another Transformers issue. Very, very cool. Yeah, Last Ronin. Look at that. Wow. This is the first issue, 9.8, graded 9.8, signed by 5 of the artists, including the writer Tom Waltz. Kevin Eastman's not on here, but man, you have 5 different signatures from people who worked on this comic.
That's super cool.
Super cool. That is amazing.
I'd be hard pressed to crack that to get Kevin's signature on it. That'd be tough.
That's a gamble. It's a big time gamble. And of course, the big chaser, the Sewer King, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, third printing, signed by Kevin Eastman. That's incredible. Wow. Yeah, when they first printed this issue in '84, they only printed a couple thousand copies, but they sold out like that. They were gone. They were just gone, and people didn't realize how big of an impact the Turtles were going to have.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting to see how far they've come off just an idea of what 2 friends had together in their office space in their early 20s. And the third printing is still very, very valuable. So very cool. We got a high grade and signed by Kevin Eastman as well. That's awesome. Very good. There you have it.
That's it.
100 comics. Best of luck, everybody. This is going to be a really, really fun drop. Very exciting drop. I'm pumped for it. So make sure, again, the first 10 minutes, guys, if you want one of these mystery cases, go get it within the first 10 minutes at least, because they're going to go out very quickly.
What up, Video Shane?
Shane, what's up, man? Yeah.
We'll be seeing you at Comic-Con, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I hope so.
Congrats, Kyle, for getting the 6-time signed Wolverine last week.
That's
I'm curious, what did you do with it? Did you keep it? Did you take it off, or did you pull it out of the vault? And then I guess before we go, we got a quick VHS question. I know it's off topic for today, but so LJ has recently been diving into VHS promo tapes. Do you like the potential on promos compared to Academy screeners? And then where can I get protective sleeves for Disney clamshells? Yeah, definitely love the potential for promos. I think the value prop is very similar for the promos compared to Academy screeners, both extremely limited, both basically a rare variant of the original film. The promos were super limited. Usually only one were sent out to each video store, prior to the commercial release, for those video stores to basically decide how many they wanted to buy for their shop to, sell to their customers. So, very, very rare, and also very similar in that, most of the time they got watched because they wanted to actually see if the movie was good enough and if it was something they wanted to stock their shelves with. So to be able to find those still sealed is very, very rare, but still finding those CIB, I think, there's still a lot of value in those as well. CIB, for those who don't know, means complete in box. That means that the tape is, basically it's the tape and the box together complete. It's just not sealed anymore. So still a lot of value in those, I think, especially once, some of the sealed ones become out of reach. Kind of your next best option is to go CIB, and especially to go CIB that's in really, really, clean condition. So, love the potential on promos. We buy both promos and Academy screeners. I think they're both awesome. And then, Sean, do you know about the protective sleeves for Disney clamshells?
Yeah, real quick, I want to say one more thing about the promo Academy screeners. I think they both have massive upside. We're bullish on both sides. Something to keep in mind that the promo screeners, they're a lot more printed. There's probably, we're between 15 to probably 30,000, depending on how, it really depends on the film.
Yeah.
Was it a big blockbuster film? Was it a small indie film? So it really depends on the film itself. But they also have the original artwork on them, which is a really big deal. Mm-hmm. Some of the Academy screeners have them as well, but kind of think of it like a first appearance comic without the actual first appearance character on the cover, like Tales of Suspense, or was it first appearance of Doctor Strange Tales?
Yeah.
What was it? Strange Tales?
I'm not gonna remember the number right now, but yeah.
I forgot it. But the first appearance is Doctor Strange. He's not on the cover, which a lot of collectors believe that it's why it hurts its value so much. Mm-hmm. So you have that going for it. But also Academy screeners at the same time were much more scarce. They're very small quantity printed, and also they represent something very significant, which is the film's acceptance to the Academy Awards. So especially if it's an Academy Award-winning film, that could be a really big upside, like Lord of the Rings, for example.
Totally.
We have a few copies of the Academy screener sealed of that copy, and that is a big deal. Like I'd rather have an Academy screener for Lord of the Rings: Return of the King than a promo screener for the film.
Have you ever seen a promo screener?
I haven't.
I don't think I've seen one either.
Lord of the Rings.
I mean, I'd buy it in a second either way, but
yeah. But Academy screeners, man, that's like, for that film, because that's one of the most successful films ever in Academy history. Who won 11 Academy Awards, tied with Ben-Hur and Titanic for the most ever, and one Academy Award. But it went 11 for 11. It swept the Academy Awards, and it's probably gonna be the only film in our lifetime that'll do that. It's crazy. So those are the things you have to balance out and keep in mind. But regardless, if the film is really popular, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. And also I'd say either way, there's very few that are still sealed in either of those categories. So being able to find one sealed, I think for either a promo or an Academy screener is going to be super rare. So I think you can't really go wrong buying something sealed in either of those categories.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And it's in terms of the sleeves. So we have protective shells that we get online. You can go on eBay, type in like Disney clamshell protective sleeve, and they'll show you photos of Disney clamshells in a protective case. So not all VHS tapes have the same sizes for protective cases. So make sure to go online. And we're talking about just like the plastic ones, just to ensure, because clamshells can get it beat up really easily.
Totally.
They get damaged very easily.
Yeah, the CGC grades clamshells as well, so you can send them into CGC, and they'll then you'll have it nice and secure there.
Yeah, if you want to get it graded, definitely go to CGC. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think does Rewind grade clamshells yet?
Not yet, but they will.
Not yet. They will, yeah.
They will.
So for now, you got to go to CGC if you want to get them graded.
Yeah. All right. Awesome, guys. Well, remember, big drop tomorrow, 11 a.m. PST, 2 p.m. EST. Very excited for this. We'll be going for it. We hope you are too. This is going to be a lot of fun. And again, big shout out to our sponsor, Fanable. If you're not signed up with them yet, make sure to do so ASAP. And also keep an eye out for those bounties on VV, guys. We're excited for them. And, regardless, we just hope they get minted.
Yeah. And Sean brought up a great point before. I mean, most people watching right now probably already have a VV account, but if you want to give any of your friends and family an opportunity to go for one of our bounties, make sure you send them our link, which is in the description below, or the QR code right here. If you send that to them, they'll get $10 free, through the affiliate program to be able to go for their first collectible. So, for example, if they go for the Mandalorian #1 comic releasing on Friday, that comic is $10. They get a free comic and a zero risk chance to go for our basically, almost $2,022 bounty. So if you want to give friends and family an opportunity to go for the bounty as well, zero risk way to do that. So we appreciate if you support the show by sharing our link around.
Yeah. And on top of that, if it is free, they can mint it free collectible. And if they get a cool mint number, apparently you're going to be able to match your mint number when you craft it for the framed version.
Yeah. Plus you get the framed version as well. Yeah.
It's in my opinion, it's a no-brainer, guys. So
yeah,
definitely share it with friends and family and appreciate your support. And as always, big shout out to our sponsor, Fanable. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one. By the way, we'll have an episode on Friday.
We'll do another Q&A.
Yeah, so if you have any questions about
start prepping your questions. We're ready to talk VHS, all sealed media, all collectibles.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be talking about updates in the news, the CryptoPunks acquisition, a lot of cool stuff coming up. So yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks again for joining. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys. Bye.